All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Stone. Shalom to the elect pushing this word in truth and in sincerity, with the hope of receiving mercy of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai is the name of His only begotten Son. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites according to the prophecies that are written in the scriptures. So I want to jump straight into this lesson, dealing with the times that we're in. Because as you can see, a lot of people willing to give over their so-called rights, to go back to normal, which is a vain illusion. But as it is written in 2 Thessalonians, due to the fact that when we reject the truth, the Lord is sending a strong delusion, so one may believe a lie, so now I believe what's being reported on these various news media outlets. As it is written in, Jeremiah 51 verse 45 on down. See, you're supposed to flee out of the midst of Babylon. Talking about the mindset, believing in this society. So now is the time to flee out of that state of mind, because in the verse below it tells us a rumor shall come one ear, and after that come another rumor, and violence in the land, rulers against rulers. But in the line above it tells us, unless your heart faint, because a lot of people are gonna faint for all of the things them when I'm gonna see I come up on the earth, because when them look for good, it's nothing but evil, and that's the scriptures. And these are the times that we're in right now. We're not heading into these times, we're in these times. The scripture referred to these times as the beginning of sorrows, So I want to jump straight into this. This is Isaiah 29 verse 14. Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among these people, even a marvelous work and a wonder, for the wisdom of their wise man shall perish, and the prudent, Salakia. Let me read over that, Salakia. This is Isaiah 29 verse 14. Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people, even a marvelous work and a wonder, for the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent men shall be hid. And we're seeing this now, The people who they look for the true, I want to phrase this now. The people where them look for information, the truth. Yeah, let me phrase it that way. They are the ones that are leading them down that path of destruction, As the scripture have said, the leaders of these people cause them to err, because the leaders out here in Jamaica, they have made a covenant with death, as the scripture have said. When you hear about these various agenda being imposed on the populace, this is not the government in your country's agenda. This is a UN agenda being imposed on you, and you cannot do nothing about what's going on here. And in truth and in fact, we don't want to do anything than what we are doing right now, waiting upon the Lord till the day that He rise up to the prey. But the marvelous thing about what the Lord I do right now, and we are seeing it, is these leaders of you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the Lord assure them hypocrisy, And when I check the comment board of a lot of these people, press conference and them various briefings, you check the comment board, a lot of people are see through the manipulations, That's why right now we're here on the various alternative news media, all of them talk about a global um shutdown of the grid. And the main reason why they want to do that is because of the truth that's going out, yo. And this is not done by the wise in this world of you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the wise in the flesh, and the so-called scientists, and the doctors. As I'm not saying you know brothers with these occupations, but those who have are going to look up to in high regard. These are not the men where the Lord put before the eyes to warn you and to declare the truth unto you, yo. So let's go to 1 Corinthians. Because that's the thing, yo. Enough people not understand what's really going on, yo. So this is 1 Corinthians 1 verse 24. But 24? No. This is 1 Corinthians 1 verse 26. For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called, but God has chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and God hath chosen the weak thing of the world to confound the things which are mighty, and base things of the world, and things which are despised hath God chosen, yea, and the things which are not, to bring to naught things that are. And when you look on us, yo, to people looking on us, we don't look like much, you know? They don't see no power behind what we're doing, yo. And this is the marvelous work what the Lord talk about, yo. It starts with us being risen up before the eyes of our enemy, declaring his downfall, yo. Scripture says, set thy face against Mount Seir, yo, and prophesy against it. And we're in the time in which this is being done. We're prophesying against all the kingdoms that are upon the face of the earth, as Jeremiah have said in Jeremiah 28 verse 8. So the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, great kingdoms, of war, evil, and of pestilence. And one of the kingdoms where Jeremiah the prophet prophesied against is Mr. Babylon the Great Man, America. I will come up in the stead of the prophets right now, yo, declaring things that shall shortly come to pass. But because it's not their nobles in society declaring what we're declaring, yo, as it is written in the scriptures that the poor man's wisdom is despised. Let me get to that too. Because that's what you're seeing going on right now. That's what's going on right now. The poor man's wisdom is despised, yo. Alright, so this is okay. This is Ecclesiastes 9 verse 16. Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. Because what we're telling you, so-called niggas, Hispanics, and Native Americans, are the words of your salvation, you know. But you despise this word and trust in oppression, as it is written in, I want to say, Isaiah 30. Let me get to that. So this is Isaiah 30 verse. What the fuck? Let me start at verse 8. This is Isaiah 30, verse 8. Now go, write it before them in a table, and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. And this is the time to come, in which it was written that we may know who we are in these last days, because they don't have no other nation as rebellious as the nation of Israel, So let's continue. Verse 9. That this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of Yahweh, which say to the seers, see not, those that are warning of the times to come, those that are being prudent and declaring unto you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, amend your ways, turn to Yahweh Bashim Yoshai before the evil days draw nigh. It is written in Ezekiel 33, say, when the Lord I bring the sword upon the land, if the watchmen see the sword come upon the land and blow, the people them are the coast, hear the sound of your trumpet and took not warning, their blood is going to be on their own head. And our hands are going to be clean, That's why we are warning you, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Because Yahweh Bashim Yoshai is going to bring such level of chaos upon the earth. It's going to be hard to wrap your head around it, The scripture says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. For sure, so a lot of people are not going to be stable, And one of the things why they're not going to be stable is the things that they must see or take place around them, The world as they know it change totally, What's really going on, them can't comprehend what's going on, The little box that they were in, or that little bubble that they were in, burst, because the draconian measures are being put in place already, These various unrighteous decrees, and these are all the Lord's doing, because Yahweh Bashim Yoshai is about to bring judgment upon the earth. So let's continue. Would say to the seers, see not, unto the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit. They say, get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cast the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Just as them say in Ezekiel, the Most High ways are not equal. And that's how people think, So, wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression, and perverseness, and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. And this is how the Lord is going to return, suddenly at an instant. And now go expect, but expect the unexpected in the times to come, Just as the disciple writing, I want to say Thessalonians 1 verse 5, Salakia, 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 1. It's about of the times and the seasons, brethren. Ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourself know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night, at an instant, For when they shall say peace and safety, because this is what people do, these various things what them do for you, so them can have them so-called peace and safety. Sudden destruction cometh as travaileth upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of light, and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. Therefore let us sleep as do. Let's look here. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. And this is what we're doing. We're watching and warning you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But as it is written, they ate him that rebuketh in the gates. But the Lord said, I'll give you servants that shall not hold their peace. So I hope this is edifying. Shalom.